Hi everybody, good morning. It's Colleen Light and I am with Cards by Coco and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you happened to watch the beginning of the video about 2 minutes ago, you would have seen that I couldn't get the camera to flip in the right direction, but I'm back now and I think everything should be set to go. You know, there's always these little snafus when you come on live. Anyway, thank you for joining me and we're going to be making a really fun card today. Good morning, Tammy. Yeah, round 2, right? Anyway, let me put on my glasses. We're going to be using the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. It's in our mini catalog. And this was going to be a St. Patrick's Day card, but I don't have a St. Patrick's Day sentiment. I looked high and low, and I don't know exactly how that happened, but anyway, look at this cute card we're going to be making. I'm going to show you some other samples. Let me get you flipped around. I'll put on my laptop so I can see comments as we go along. And I think this is going to be a pretty fun card. So hold a second. We're going to see. We're going to test this camera flip again. Let's give it a whirl. Da, 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 da. You can tell I can't carry a tune, but anyway, there we are. Okay, so that makes me happy. We got that done. Seems to be the most complicated part of my day is turning that. Let me bring you all up on my laptop real quick. While I'm doing that, I am going to bring, first off, these are our cards, but I'm going to bring this wonderful little mini, while I'm bringing you up, the mini die cutting machine. Look at this. So I take this one when I go camping because I am an avid camper. I love to go. Now when I say I'm an avid camper, what do they call it? Glamping? More so that. We have a trailer and I do bring my craft stuff with me because, you know, I live in the Pacific Northwest, so sometimes you go camping and the rain starts coming down, right? So you have to do something besides watch, you know, TV. Which I know, camping and TV. So that's kind of how I camp. But anyway, I have to tell you. So this is 20% off now. The Stampin' Up! Also put a lot of the coordinating stamp sets and dies. I think there's 13 of them are 20% off also that fit in that mini. So if it's a purchase you've been considering making, you know, it is definitely while supplies last. So, I think maybe if it is something you're interested in, maybe now's the time for you to order. And if you have a demonstrator, and I am not your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you usually go to, this is not a hard sell for me. Go through, just enjoy my videos. I hope you learned something, but go through the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you work with. So anyway, let me show you my samples and then I am going to show you the cards I am making. Oh, good morning, Kathy. And so this is the first one I made and it's sending you a rainbow of happiness. And my goal is to send more and more cards out. So I thought this one was pretty and I finished the inside off just using a strip of that DSP down there. It's a really such an easy way to finish your cards off. This is another great way to use up your designer series paper. You would probably never realize that this came from the Pansy Petals designer series paper, which is really pretty flowery. Check out the back side though of your designer series paper. It's generally more all-purpose. This is a send a little something to brighten your day. Oh, good morning, Lori. Hope you're doing well. And for this, I have to tell you, this was so easy to make. I used the In Color, the 2021-2023 In Color Shimmer Vellum and the adhesive sheets. If you don't have this vellum, you need it. It's beautiful. And then I used some old cardstock that I had. Thank you for sharing. Little something to brighten your day. And you know, I love my blending brushes, so I just took a little of that ink, popped it behind that. And I love Stampin' Up's note cards. So easy to make a simple card. This is the one we're doing today. This is my good luck card, which was supposed to be the St. Patrick's Day card. So this is what we're going to be doing today. I have everything pretty much die cut and ready to go, so it should go pretty quick. And I haven't finished the inside yet because I'm going to have to print out something St. Patrick's Day for me because I'm sending St. Patrick's Day. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in New York City. And which everyone says, New York City, just the best place to grow up. I had the best time. And Irish heritage, and I actually took Irish step dancing classes, so I can do a pretty good jig if, you know, we're ever at a party. Anyway, pear pizzazz, 5.5 by 8.5, and we scored it 4 1/4. So that's just a little piece of trivia about me. I can do a pretty mean jig and a reel, and in fact, used to do them at weddings. Well, family weddings. Like I wasn't hired to do them. I used garden green for this, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Of course, all of these will be on my website, all the dimensions by the end of the day. You use the greens you like. You know, there's so many greens. You use the ones you like. This is the inside panel for my card. And I always cut them 1/4 inch less. So this would be 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I'm going to put that off to the side, and I can almost promise you by the end of the video, I'll say, where did that go? So you all just comment, oh, it's off to the side. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this is going to be our panel for here. And I'm going to put this down here. And I think, you know, I think I'm going to put a little glue dot behind it just to hold it in place. I have sometimes an easier time just keeping this in place if I'm trying to get in even. So, and I kind of make it less tacky by pressing on it. And it also keeps it in camera while I'm working on things. So let's go ahead and get this started. I started with, on this one, I think I started with the garden green. I have all my greens out here. I think I have every green I own out here. And I want to show you the trick. This stamp set is wonderful, and it comes with so many different things. This is the template I did with the cloud punch for backgrounds. Just so many and great sentiments. But here's my trick. When you're working with these ones that kind of can stretch, don't you put it on your block. Put it on your paper. Just let it kind of flop. I like to put mine so it's even, and I can get it a little bit more so on my block. That way it retains its shape. Because as you know, sometimes when we put things down, well, if you're me and you put things down, oftentimes it can lose its shape because I feel like I need to readjust it and readjust it. And then I sometimes even readjust it again. So I'm going to use my ink pad since this is a larger stamp, and I'm just going to go on top, and I'm going to close it because yesterday I kept sticking my fingers in it. And I wanted to go somewhat up closer to the top, and I centered it the best I could. Remember, these are handmade. They're not from the store. So imperfections are actually okay. And I'm going to give it a press and let the paper absorb that ink. These are photopolymer, and I forgot to put my mat underneath of it, which I had sitting right here, which will give me a better press. If you put this cushion underneath, it kind of gives it a little bit better press, and it lets the ink absorb. So anyway, then I have all of my greens out, and now I'm trying to think, what color do I want next? And I think I'm going to go with the old olive. I think I pulled out everything under the stars yesterday trying to get the perfect rainbow. So again, I'm going to move that out of the way, and I'm going to give this just a little press with this old olive. And again, like I said, use the colors you like. You can see on the other one, I put everything out of order. I don't even know, my kids are older. I don't even remember that rainbow song where you remembered everything in order. Do you remember teaching your kids the rainbow song? Anyway, and this turned out for me wonky every time, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect this time. Let's see here. Not bad. Not bad for me at all. And you know what? Those little imperfections I'm covering up with the clouds. So let me show you, because I want to do our gold layer. And again, this was the, let me tell you what it is. This was the Bedazzling Specialty Paper. That was from Celebration a while ago. But I did a gold foil piece, and let me see, I had it out here somewhere. So I had started with this and used this for a different card and didn't have enough for this one that I had already embossed. So if you don't have that, use whatever metallic paper you have, run it through an embossing folder, and the clouds turn out just equally as well. I'm trying to use up a lot of my designer series paper. So I cut this out, and look at how nice and sparkly this is. So you can make your rainbows if you wanted to use your die. And let me pop that out so you know exactly what I'm talking about. These are the dies. This is the one I used to cut this one out. These all fit on that mini that is on sale right now. This is the border one I used. You'll see how I did that. I used the clouds for this, and this makes the most adorable tag, and I just didn't use it on this card. But this is what your dies look like. And die cutting is so much fun. So for that big one that I showed you, this is how your strips come out, but it would come out with 4. I save all my extra die cuts so I don't always have to reinvent the wheel every time. So I just grabbed these out of the package of die cuts I had. And so the giveaway this time around is a sample packet, since it's first of the month, of this Sunshine and Rainbows, Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. So I will send you a sample packet of this if you comment on the video and you win the prize, which I'll announce next week. Anyway, back to the card. So these are great. Most of these will go back in my die cuttings with what I did. And I am going to go ahead. And which size do I want? I know I changed it up a little bit. This is the size I want. I'm going to put this here. And again, don't worry about it because our clouds are going to cover this up. I know it doesn't match exactly. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. You could put the adhesive sheet there. I just didn't this time. Here, let me put, I left my my silicone mat off, so I want to make sure that I don't get glue everywhere. So let's try and do this. And I'm going to try and get better. I'm trying to get better at seeing some of your comments. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Donna. Hi, Kim. Good morning. And let's go ahead here and pop this one down. You can see our rainbow starting to take shape, right? And I'm going to take this, but now since I had a little bit of glue there, I'll flip it to the other side. Okay, now let's go ahead and get another green. Trying to think what one I might want to use. I think I'm going to bring in the Pear Pizzazz, and we're going to use our smallest rainbow, which when I first looked at these, I thought, oh, this looks like the McDonald's Golden Arches. So I always wanted to use yellow with it, but now that I've been making rainbows, it does not resemble that to me at all anymore. Okay, so let's see if I can line this up, pop it down. Let's see here. Ta-da, there we go. So there's all of our greens. Now we are going to put on our clouds. And I cut out a bunch of these, and I'm going to grab some mini dimensionals. So here's my dimensional pack, and I am going to figure out how exactly I want these laid out. So here we go with all of our sparkly, shiny stuff. You know, I love the sparkly, shiny things. And I think I want this one here. All right, so we're gonna glue this one down. Just a little pop of glue on this. We don't need a lot. We're gonna put a little bit on that. And I want this kind of to line up at the bottom there. So it looks like it's continuous. See, remember when I said don't worry about that because I'm gonna put a cloud there? That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting the cloud there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I really, I finally did get my heat tool. I had to replace it after our accident. So I think next week I want to do something with embossing because I have not been embossing in, oh shoot, I don't want to do that. Well, here, let's just take that off and let's grab our mini dimensionals. See, I start to talk and look what happens. Anyway, there's our dimensionals. I was probably off camera again. And we are going to put this cloud down here. So you can see that nobody would know that our rainbow did not line up exactly. You know, we have to be creative. So what was your favorite set? I know we're all over Celebration now, right? Did you have a favorite set? Do you have lots of stuff left over? Let's see here. There we go. There's our clouds. How cute is that? So now I'm going to just do a hello for this one instead of good luck. I'm going to do a hello and then I'll put a St. Patrick's Day message in there. All right. And this hello was from the Timeless Tulips, one of my favorite sets, the Timeless Tulips. And I'm going to do it in garden green to match the biggest one. The biggest arch, I guess. Let me just stamp off once. Oh, that didn't turn out very good. Let's try it again. Oh, much better. Okay. See, that's why I always do my practice one to make sure I don't have anything on my stamp that doesn't need to be kind of wiped off. All right, we're going to try and center this without getting my head in your way. Ta-da! All right, now let's put our card together. So, remember I told you that beautiful border? Look at this. Woo! Love it, love it. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Let me take that glue dot off now. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here at the top. Just a little bit. I'm going to try and be very light with it. Let's see here. There we go. Because I don't want it to smush too much on anything. Is that a word? Smush? I don't know. So I hope you all are having a great day. I am so loving this morning. The sun is shining. Finally, after a week of pouring rain, the sun is shining in Southwest Washington, and I am looking forward to going out for a long walk today. All right, so you can see what I'm doing. Besides making a hot mess, I'm trying to line it up here. I always cut my borders longer. I find it's easier to take paper off than to put paper on. So I want to line it up just so the tip where I have that glue is right there, and we get the, oh gosh darn it, and we get all that border there. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to press it down now. I think we are in place. Let's give it a press. Yep, we are. Looks good. Looks good. All right, there we go. I like that. All right, so now I have glue scissors out that I only use for things like this because I don't want my paper snips full of adhesive. All right, we're going to give that a snip so it's even, and we're going to snip it again so it's even. There we go. So now the really easy part. We're just going to glue things together. So that's kind of easy and fun, right? Let me grab my stamp and seal here. So if you live in a sunny climate, you really, sorry, this is new, so I have to give it just a little encouragement here to get it going. There we go. If you live in a sunny climate and you don't have just downpours of rain where you are. Some of you I know have a ton of snow. You really look forward to the days when you can get outside and take a long walk in the sunshine. So that is my plan for the day. Okay. let's see here. I want that to go up just a little bit higher. There we go. That looks good. And then we're going to glue this here on the front. So hopefully you all have something fun. I always think March is kind of a fun month. You know, we have Mardi Gras, we have St. Patrick's Day. It is the beginning of Lent, but this is a little bit more serious. But, you know, it's kind of a fun month. We have a lot of birthdays. It was our anniversary. So March is a big deal in our house. Anyway, there we go. Now, I don't know if you've seen these or not. These are the Brush Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. And again, I love these. So I'm going to grab these out to give this card just a little extra sparkle. And I'm going to put one up here. Does it kind of look like maybe this should be the pot of gold? I don't know. And we're going to put one up here. And one there. And this is today's card. So that's what we have for today. Don't forget to comment so you have an opportunity to win the sample pack of this pack. Oh, for goodness sake. Pack of the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. One of my favorites. And let me show you the other cards I made. Note cards, my favorite. Little bit of happiness there, rainbow of happiness, and another good luck card. So this is today's video. Thank you, Donna. This is today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's always so much fun for me. I hope you all have a fabulous Thursday. I'm going to head out for my walk. Then I'll get everything posted and all the dimensions up on my blog and on YouTube. And I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you next Thursday, where I think we're going to do something with some embossing powder. Okay, bye-bye.